Alright guys, so I've been holding on to these shoes for a very, very long time. I've traveled the country. I browse online a lot. I've never seen a pair of shoes like these. So that's why I bought them. But now we're going to fix them up a little bit. First, I got to clean them. What I'm going to do is I'm going to do a white and blue scheme. Because with this color brown, that's really the only colors that go with it is white and blue. And then I'll add like a gypsy sticker somewhere or something like that. First, gotta clean these bad boys. Alright, step one is complete. They're all shiny. Next thing I gotta do, take the stickers off from the thrift store. Goodwill, thrift store, whatever. Next step, tape. Alright guys, so the first one is done. First shoe is done. Gotta do the second one, and then whatever happens, happens. Alright guys, so here it is, the white and the blue. Bucket of water. Check out these. I bet you ain't seen nobody with camouflage shoes on. Not these skaters. And then while we're doing this, the shoes are up there drying. And I'm about to spray that paint in there. Don't know if I did it right, but here goes nothing. There's the white, there's the blue. I get some gloves and we're gonna dunk them shoes in. Alright guys, so everything that went wrong did go wrong. I had paint on my shoes, paint on my hands. So what happened was the paint and the water didn't mix. I don't know if I got the wrong plastic or the wrong paint. But what happened is it gunked up on the side. See how the paint combined and just gunked up on the side? So I dipped them in water and basically just got wet shoes. So I had to improvise. I had to take a napkin here and I had to rub the wet paint on the napkin. And then I had to dab the wet paint onto the shoes, which is probably easier. And I've taken all of the masking tape off the shoes, and this is the aftermath. I didn't have the balls to show you guys because I messed up so bad, but I think I could save them. So, stay tuned. Alright guys, so this is how I messed up. This is how bad it is. So, remember how I told you maybe I didn't buy the right paint? Maybe I bought the wrong plastic container? Because every other YouTube video that I watch, it's done with a clear plastic. So what I end up doing is I end up taking a napkin and wiping it on that wet paint on the side of the container and then just dabbing it on the shoes. And as you see, I got it everywhere. So now what I'm going to do, I'm going to take this fingernail polish remover and clean the shoes and remove some of this paint. I'm going to be using the fingernail polish remover and this old chamois blanket. Alright guys, so finally got the first shoe done. And just notice the spot. But so basically what I had to do is I had to take the cloth, put fingernail polish remover on it, rub it, and then when the paint got soft, I would take these. I need a flat piece of plastic. And I would use this to scrape off soft, wet paint. I'm going to show y'all a secret. See this? I'm not even going to attack that. That's going to stay like it is. I don't even have the energy for this today. Alright, second shoe is done. Did run into some complications. You can see on the white part where my rag sort of rubbing in. So now I got to repaint that. I got to tape them up again, repaint the spots. You see the spots where they're gray? Those are going to be white in a minute. I'll show you guys what I'm talking about. Got a lot of work to do. I'm not going to lie to you guys. I'm halfway done with this project. And I'm already losing my patience. Finally got the second wrapping done. Oh, I'm just so happy I didn't lose my mind. I got this alarm going off in the back the whole time. Now it's time to do some touch-up paint. All right, at this point, what I had to do is I had to take the shoes, rewrap them, and tape off the spots I didn't want painted again. And then I just took them outside, and I used the white and blue paint, and I just spray painted. No water, no bucket, spray paint. Right, round 2 of the shoes are done. See what happens. Now I gotta untape, and then I know I painted on areas I wasn't supposed to paint on. Gotta remove that. 2 processes. Right, so a little side note. There's places where the paint rubs off. See how it rubs off and dulls the plastic? Right at the bottom. Right here. So what you do, you take 320 grit sandpaper, sand it down a little bit, you go back, polish it over. This is gonna be the final product. I'll take some pictures, post them in a minute. Well, look a lot better than when I started, right? So what I'm gonna do is the original shoestrings were gray. I'm just gonna throw them bad boys back in. So overall, not bad. Happy to be done with that project. One of ones, custom made. Couldn't make another one if I tried. Wouldn't really want to. Alright, so tips. If I had to do it all over again, what would I do different? Well, I'd probably figure out what I did wrong with the paint in the bucket. If you don't want to go the paint in the bucket route, just use spray paint. If you don't want to go the regular water dye route, just use regular spray paint. And that's probably what I should have did. I probably should have got some dye instead of paint. I also could have took more time and taped it better. But let's be honest, that's tedious. So if you got the plastic finish on yours and you're taking them bad boys out, I'll tell you a secret to make them shine. What you do, you take cooking oil, rub it on them bad boys. Make it shine. Alright guys, so today we're going to get started on the suitcase repair. You can see the wheels are cracked. Cracked. I did get this for free, so that's why I'm repairing it and not buying a new one. It's also one of those high name brands. Guess what? It says made in Italy, but you know, probably China. But check these out. See, this is the top part, and then you unzip the top part. You got access to the whole top compartment here. And then you got straps, Italian colors. So what I'm gonna do, I've already unzipped the inside. See, the lining zips and unzips. So I'm gonna get back there where the holes and the cracks are in the wheels from the inside. I'm gonna use a little bit of JB Weld. I'm gonna see if this works. Does it say plastic? I guess we'll find out. Yep, look, plastic right here. For the outside, we're gonna use Bondo. We also got sandpaper. In order to spread the Bondo, I'm going to use a pizza box to mix it on. This is the pizza box I'm going to use. I'm basically just going to cut it into squares and use clean parts. Anybody who knows me is not surprised. But this is going to be to spread it. I need a flat piece of plastic. I'm not going to AutoZone and pay like 50 bucks for the plastic spreaders. I'm just going to make my own. So I'm going to cut out the flat part and use it. Alright guys, time to do some repairs. It's a beautiful day outside, obviously. Got the core board to mix it on, the JB Weld spreader. First thing I'm gonna do, try to get these cracks as close to each other as possible. That's a bad one. And then we're gonna put JB Weld on the inside, come back over the top with Bondo on the outside. Then sand, paint, you know the deal. All right, we are all done. Got a little bit on the outside, but that's okay. On the inside is good. On the inside is good, just got to stop the liner from touching the insides. All right, so got the JB Weld on. Now it's time to mix some Bondo to go over the top. I gotta do something that I didn't do with the inside. Gotta sand it first so the Bondo has something to stick to. So just remember, you gotta sand around the area, not just the area you're applying to. You need to cover a bigger circumference because you're gonna spread that Bondo pretty far. So I got this side put on just in time. It's gonna start on this side, but it was already starting to clump up. So gotta make more Bondo. All right, and that's it. Spread it on, and I'm done. Gotta wait for it to dry. Maybe probably about an hour. And then I gotta sand it, which I'm already kicking myself in the butt that I did not get a block sander for this project. All right, guys, so everything's dry. JB Weld, Bondo. I'm not gonna lie to you. I don't feel like sanding today, so I'm just not gonna do it. I'm just going to sand it down later, and then I'll end up repainting. It probably won't be nothing fancy. It'll probably just be done with bed liner. I'm just gonna do this whole thing with bed liner. I move around a lot. These things get thrown around a lot. There's no point of putting a fancy design on it, but I'll keep you guys updated. Just make sure you subscribe. But I did wheel it around the parking lot for a little while. It's pretty sturdy, it holds up. And I also stuck my finger in my mouth. And it tastes like paint and Bondo.